the topic of radio, Ham. A radio show only talking about radio for the day.
Ando.
We've just come fresh off a brand new radio show, which is impressive.
Kero, Stace and Trevor, weren't they amazing? Can I throw to you a saga, a tale of intrigue and mystery? This is a radio saga, and it happened on a station you might know.
Okay, which one?
This one.
Wow.
This is about our show.
Okay.
Tricked you with a big lead-in. It's the tale of Squincy Bones.
Oh, Squincy Bones. Okay.
Now, we've heard from Squincy Bones on this show before.
We should point out that Squincy Bones often emails this program.
It's a guy that's emailed before. Probably the most famous instance was recently, if anyone was listening to the Busking show, he emailed in, and he is in Chile. He's a podcaster, and he said, I've got a friend that's got a dog that looks a bit like a celebrity. I showed you the dog, Ando. You guessed Richard Gere.
Yes.
Confirming our suspicions that it was a doppelganger.
Which is amazing. I managed to pick the actor
and
from
the eyes are phenomenal. It's the eyes nose. It's the bridge of the nose and the eye structure. It's then launched a series of submissions, still open at hamishandandy.com if you'd like to send through a dog that looks like a celebrity.
Just got one of Samuel Jackson, actually.
We've got enough Snoop dogs. Can I throw that out there? It's amazing how many dogs actually do look like Snoop.
But Samuel Jackson went up today, just so you know. I think putting a beret on him and the sunglasses did help, but that's fine.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of dress-ups, but that's fine. Yeah, all we need is 12 for the calendar for the end of the year. Anyway, that's Squincy Bones. Then another email comes in from Squincy Bones saying, I think there's been some identity theft. I'm the real Squincy Bones. So I hang on going, well, this is weird. You spell your name correct the same way. I have corresponded to you before as Squincy Bones. The guy that wrote in under Busking with the lookalike dog, that's not Squincy Bones. So I'm sitting here going, hang on, who's Squincy? Something feels out of place.
Yeah.
One of the bones is wrong. One Squincy bone ain't connected to the next Squincy bone. We've got a wonky skeleton.
So as I see it, different emails from both. Have you looked
So then, here's I had to do a bit of digging, which just involved my eyes moving to the right where the actual email address is written rather than the name you write in under. And I realised, yes, in fact, we do have different email addresses.
So
then I started going,
are corresponding with us under
who's
the names.
copying who? Who's the real Squincy? Will he please stand up? I track it back to the very first time the name Squincy Bones was referenced on this show. And it is some years ago.
What year?
It would have been 2011 when we started Chums Group, which is our social media networking site to take down Facebook, and it did do that very successfully. Chumba 2,701, so they got in early because I think we've had about 60,000 Chumbas now.
Yeah.
Chum number 2,701 was Squincy Bones. And then shortly followed by Squincy Linguini. So I don't know if they were mates, but it would be amazing if both the Squinces were friends. Yeah. That was the first time that Squincy, to my knowledge, had popped up on the show. I think from there, then after that, we had a young man named Andy Woodford took on the moniker of Squincy Bones. Now, he might have been the Squincy from Chums Group.
So is he the third person? Or
no, this is then he started emailing in sort of a few years ago as Squincy Bones. Yeah. And he was our only Squincy Bones until Doppelgangers happened, and that's a different Squincy Bones. Now, the problem...
Where's that Squincy Bones?
Problem for Andy, he's only... Andy, first Squincy Bones is in Brizzy.
Okay, where's the other one?
The other one's from Chile. So we got Queensland Squincy and we got Chile Squincy. Now the problem is Chile Squincy is the most famous because he's got the doppelganger, and that's the Squincy Bones we've been talking about.
He said a dog that looked like Richard Gere.
Queensland Squincy has actually contacted the show many times and is written in with some incredible stuff,
but nothing is you'd say as good as a dog that looked like Richard Gere.
Unfortunately, no. He hasn't written in with anything as good as that. So what I'm forced with here, Ando, is, since I've been trying to crack this case all day because it's a radio scandal, who's the real Squincy Bones? I'm forced to decide whether Queensland Squincy or Chile Squincy is the real Squincy Bones.
Who would you like?
Here's what I've had to come down to. I want, long and proud, the name Andy Woodford to be recognised on this show because he's written in the most as Squincy. Yeah. But unfortunately, the real Squincy probably has to stay with Chili Squincy because he's the man that we now know and love as the guy that has the doppelganger. Which means we've got to give Andy Woodford a new name.
No, I reckon he just remains Andy Woodford.
It's not as catchy as Squincy Bones.
I know, but that's it. And forever, if something's stolen from you, if identity is
Trixie
stolen...
Rigatoni?
No, no.
Andy Woodford will hereby be known as Trixie Rigatoni.
I think, for instance,
he will be to me.
Like the talent of Mr. Ripley, that kind of move, if someone steals your identity,
So if you
will be known as an Andy Woodford.
Long live Andy Woodford. I hope so. He's 26, so he's got plenty of time left. Okay, Trixie Rigatoni.
Hello, podcast.